Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you a very special Major League Baseball breakdown debate of Pete Rose. Should he or should he not be in the Hall of Fame? Before I get right into that, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe right now, YouTube.com/JustMyPicksTV. Now, to get right in without further ado, you're looking at Mr. Pete Rose, Mr. AKA Charlie Hustle, Mr. Gamble on Baseball. You're looking at exactly who he is and some of the things he's done over the years. Tremendous baseball player. Are you looking for a role model? Possibly not. I could care less. But when you're looking at what he's done in the game of baseball for the Cincinnati Reds organization, you're looking at what he's done as a coach, what he's done as a player, and his stats stick out phenomenally. You're looking at what he's done as far as All-Star game. You're looking at what he's done as far as helping the team win championships, his hits, stolen bases. You're looking at his slugging percentage, all those things that really matter to the game of baseball. I'm just going to be honest with you folks. He was banned in, August 24th, 1989, 2 days before his daughter was born. And since then, he's been a black eye for the game of baseball. I know that he's come out and said sorry about certain things. He said at one point in time, he's never bet on the game of baseball. Evidence was found to say, okay, well, he's lying. Okay, I could care less if he's lying about what he's done. He didn't cheat the game as far as physically getting out there on the field and giving it everything he has, even during spring training games. He didn't cheat the game during regular season games. He sure hell of it didn't cheat it during the All-Star game in the playoffs. So looking at his body of work, when I'm asked and I'm constantly hearing all these things about, oh, how he doesn't need to be in the Hall of Fame, the man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Look at some of the players and some of the people that we've forgiven in sports. We've forgiven players who have killed people. We've forgiven players who have killed dogs. We've forgiven players who have beaten their wives, players who've gotten DUIs, players who've done more heinous things and still come back to play the game. It just happened that Pete Rose was out of baseball by the time he got his ban, but something about yesterday overshadowed a lot of things. You're looking at how Todd Frazier for the Cincinnati Reds won that home run derby, but still you couldn't really fully enjoy it because you thought of Pete Rose, and when they kept going to the Pete Rose commercials and things like this, it just says, okay, will Major League Baseball ever forgive Pete Rose? I don't care if he apologizes or not. You could put him in the Hall of Fame. You could put an asterisk by his name saying he bet on baseball. Who cares? But at this point, I want baseball to take a look in the mirror and say, hey, we turned the other way when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa looked one way and took steroids. We look so many other ways when it comes to other things in sports. But just looking at Pete Rose, he didn't kill anybody. He didn't hurt anybody. He bet on baseball. Matter of fact, the 1900 White Sox, you got a couple of people that even cheated the game, if you will, point shaved, and yet they're still members of those Hall of Fame teams in the Hall of Fame. So I think that Major League Baseball needs to give Pete Rose a shot, not only to get in the Hall of Fame, but just get his life in order and to get back into baseball. The game of baseball is good when you have the greats still around and in the baseball game. No matter if it's a hitting coach, running instructor, whatever it is, Pete Rose needs to be in the game of baseball. He made a platform for himself by being so damn good as far as playing the sport of baseball. But now it's time for Pete Rose to be able to get back in. You people have to get off your high horses. You have to forgive Pete Rose for gambling in sports. People make mistakes. Let's face it. People have told lies before. I've told them. You've told them. Somebody you know has told lies before. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's on a high horse. So forgive Pete Rose and get him back in the game of baseball. Now, my big question to you guys. Do you feel like Pete Rose should or should not be in the game of baseball? You leave your comments in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to share this video in your sports group so I can debate with you and your people each and every day. Don't forget to check out JustMyPicks.com for all the breaking news, all the up-to-date sports. And thank you so very much for viewing us this week. Check us out next week for hot debates, and NFL season's right around the corner. Thank you very much.